Mathioli Charanam. In this podcast episode, Madhuri Amma takes a quote from one of Sri Amma Pujyashri Mathioli Saraswathy's books and explains the profound layers of meaning that this quote contains. You will hear a devotee read out the quote, which will then be followed by Madhuri Amma's explanation. We hope you enjoy the episode. Mathioli Charanam.
Mathioli Charanam, Jayanam. So today also we thought we would go over the quotes of Amma. So we will let Urmila read out for us.
No one can be the cause of our sorrows and misfortune. It's mostly due to the opinions we have of ourselves.
Can you read that again slowly, please?
No one can be the cause of our sorrows and misfortune. It's mostly due to the opinions we have of ourselves.
That's another very thought-provoking quote, because we've all been told that it is karma, misfortune, sorrow. It's karma. Yes, that is true. But here she says that it is because of the opinions we have of ourselves. Now let's look deeper into that. What she meant by that. Sorrow is what? What is sorrow? When you go into the dictionary, I always go into the dictionary just to understand where the word comes from. Because we take these words so seriously, right? We did not receive something, we lost something, right? The feeling of deep distress. This is from the dictionary. Caused by a loss, disappointment, misfortune, suffered by oneself or others, feeling of sadness, grief, all this is sorrow, according to the dictionary. Which is kind of the right explanation. So we may have so many baggage with us. We all have our sorrows. We all have our grief. Some really big, some really small. But for that person, that small may be big. We cannot measure a person's sorrow. We cannot say, oh, you have not gone through anything. I have gone through this. No, we cannot measure, because for that person, that sorrow is big. In his life, that is like a mountain in front of him, her. For us, this is like a mountain in. That is why when we go out and socialize, we come to know that our sorrow is not that big. We may have lost something, and we will keep holding on to that grief. Some may have lost a loved one. Some may have lost a thing. Maybe a business may have gone for a loss, or they may have lost a lot of money in shares. You never know. Or their position at work. It's a loss. Loss is a loss. And then they'll go into this deep sorrow because of it. So when you go outside and when you meet other people, you come to know that, oh, there are other people who have other sorrows that are worse than mine. How blessed I am that I have this. So suddenly we switch the mode from sorrow to gratitude. I mean, that also happens only when you're blessed. I'm just saying, when you go out and you open your mind without only talking about, there are a lot of people who talk only about themselves. When they go out, they're only talking. So you're only talking about your sorrow. And there are a lot of listeners, they come and say, oh, it's so sad. that this, that, and then, keep watering the weeds. See, all this, yeah, sorrow is an emotion. Sorrow is a feeling. It can definitely be pushed aside. It can definitely be trashed out of the system. It can. But we're holding on to it. We're like, "Oh, it's a treasure." It's like, we need it. It's our energy booster. We get up in the morning, that is like, we own this. This happened to me. I'm the victim. Cry with me. Yeah, there are people who will go out, they have a group of friends, and they will talk their sorrows out to them. They'll talk their tragedy out to them. And the friends will definitely listen and they will sympathize. They'll cry a river. This is one set of people. But then what happens when you do this every day? The friends will slowly start avoiding them. Because, I mean, I don't blame the people who avoid. Because they have their own issues, they have their own lives, they have their own families. And when they sit and listen to a friend's sorrow the whole time, it's it's a burden. It's heavy. They're not equipped for it. Correct? So you lose people and then you wonder, why are they not calling me? Why is the whole world very busy? Suddenly everyone is ghosting me. Again, what we do is everybody is avoiding me. Everyone is ghosting me instead of turning the tables to us and seeing, what am I doing wrong? We're pushing everybody away and finding faults. Correct? Now there is another set of people who will never talk about their sorrows to anyone. They'll keep it all piled inside. Maybe because they're not used to, they don't know how to. They'll just pile it inside. It's like treasure, keep it inside. And then suddenly they'll explode. And no one will know why. And then they'll be like, you have no idea what I'm going through. You have no idea. Do you know what all happened to me? So the person who's targeted will be, it's like an earthquake. It's like a volcano. And the receiver, it's like they never expected that outpour all of a sudden. So here what is the lesson here? Never keep it piled up inside. It hurts not only us, but it hurts the other person also. So piling it inside is not helping anyone. It will explode. It has to explode. So if you don't agree with something, say it out immediately. Get it out of your system. It is trash. If we pile things like sorrow and grief inside, it is toxic for our system. Remember, our system is so sophisticated. It cannot handle all these things. These unnecessary emotions will only pull it down. We have to feed it good things. Remember, I told you, we have to give it the best nutrition, the best care. And sorrow and grief is not. They are toxins for it. Every day in our body, there are chemicals being secreted from various parts in our body. You know that? So when we get stressed, there are chemicals secreted. And those will destroy our cells in the body. They damage. It takes a while for the body to recover after that. We may just get stressed for maybe 2 minutes, but the ripple effect of that in our body is a long time. It takes a long time to recover. Read about it. It's science. I'm not a science teacher. I'm not going to go into deep theory about that, but just go read about it. So what we do is, sorrow is a feeling, just like happiness, anger, sorrow is a feeling. How we switch to another mode is very key. And not stay in that mode the whole time. A lot of us don't know how to get out of sorrow when they're hit by something, They don't know how to get out of it. They take a lot of time. Right? They don't understand that this is just a phase. We have to move on. And always the sorrow is about the past, right? It's always about the past. Or the future. Past is at least gone. Future? Oh, come on. Future, we don't even know. But a lot of us think about the future and sit and get stressed. Present. Let's come to the present mode. That's why they say, it's a present, it's a gift. What we have now is a gift. Those who are in this, in this web of misfortune, just need to take a deep breath and be in the present. Just take a deep breath. We forget even our breath. We forget even that we can breathe at that time. Take a deep breath and use all the five senses. We forget we have the five senses. That is why in our scriptures we have yoga, because yoga actually pulls us to the five senses, reminds us about that. The pranayama and everything helps us. So when you take a deep breath, especially those of you who like good fragrances, light the best candle you like, or dhoop, and just sit there. Fragrances have a magic to them. Fragrances, it's like a miracle. It just does something. And you have a smile on your face when it's those lavender, all those smells, that dhoop, sandalwood. When you inhale that, it brings a smile. It does something. Again, scientifically proven. So you're actually working the senses, the inhaling, your nose, the smell, and the sight. Look around. Look around you. You have a roof over your head? Be thankful. Do you have food? Be thankful. These things we have to always remember and be thankful. So that is the sense of the sight, right? You look around and you see family, you see your loved ones. Be thankful. And then ears. You hear all the hustle and bustle if you're in the city. Just get yourself to the present mode. Play some nice music. Your favorite musician, Carnatic or Anirudh or A.R. Rahman. Play it. Enjoy it. You have to get yourself to the present mode. We should never be in the past, or don't jump to the future. Just get yourself to the present mode. And then, rub your two hands nicely and put it on your face. Just put it on your face. That will also get you to the present mode of touch. Those energies, those energies do something. Rekindle those senses. And you'll say, wow, I'm back. From all that chaos around, I'm back. We want to be back, right? To the present mode. That is live mode. That is the action mode. Whatever changes you want to make is in this mode, right now, here. So get yourself there and then drink a glass of water. Drink a glass of water for taste. And be thankful to Ambal for giving you this beautiful engine, your body, to function and live on earth, to do your duties. That is key. So always remember to come back to the present mode. Never stay in the past. Never stay in the past. So we were talking about certain people, right? One that cries and has this group and then all that. And then the other one that does not talk to anybody, keeping it inside, piling it inside, and hurting themselves. Correct? In the process? Oh, I don't talk to anybody about my sorrows. I keep it to myself. Why keep it? Throw it. Don't you trash every week? Do we pile up our trash? That's stinking, no? Then wouldn't our body stink? So much trash we have. You know how the body starts stinking? We'll get diabetes, we'll get BP, we'll get cholesterol. And we'll get other things also. Cancer. That is how our body reacts. These toxins inside not going to do good. I mean, these things are hereditary also. That is a different thing. Okay, whatever I mentioned. But if you take care of your body from the beginning without getting stressed, without piling it with so much of nonsense or garbage, I call it, it'll definitely take care of you in the long run. It's an engine that takes care of you. You take care of it in the beginning, it takes care of you later. That is how it works. Our body can supply the cure automatically. You can heal yourself, you know that? Of anything. We have the power. The good thoughts, the positive thoughts, no anger, no greed, no envy, no analysis can heal your body. You can heal with just positive thoughts. And of course, negative thoughts will damage. So now there's another section of people who, when hit by sorrow, they will run to the ultimate. They will go to the temple. They will do seva. They will find a guru because they don't know. They have so many questions. They want answers. They'll go to the right place. Now, those are very blessed people because they understood, okay, I don't know. Let me go to the right place. Fall at her feet. Surrender to the ultimate. Do seva, do community service. And they drown themselves in service. That's a distraction. It's good distraction. It's good. That's the best to do. But again, it's a distraction. Not that they got rid of their sorrow. When they're not distracted mode, they'll come back to sorrow. Oh my God. Kind of thing, you know. It's like it sinks into them. Like, and then they want to keep working. And the others, they'll go drink it off. They'll go to the bar and drink. Again, that's another way of getting rid of sorrow, right? Anything to switch off the mind. You know, I like the next one, the next set of people that I'm talking about. Nothing affects them. Sorrow will just go past them and go away. Won't even touch them. They'll just twitch it off. Like one housefly comes and sits there, you know, just do that, like that. But those are the detached ones. The monks, the saints, the realized souls. Nothing touches them. Nothing can touch them. They're free from this bondage. There is no thing as such. There is no thing as sorrow for them. There is no thing as happiness for them. There is no feelings. The calm waters, you know. No, that is saint. That's monks. So you would ask me, how do we achieve that? Right? How do we get that? It's the ego. We all have an ego, which they don't have. Ego is what? I'm hurt. I, that I comes, right? I am hurt. I need closure. I need closure. I need answers. Answers for what? Hmm? Will we even understand if we are given answers? Only more questions will pop up. And more confusion will pop up. Closure. Another thing. So we are expecting for the person who has hurt us or abused us, maybe in childhood or maybe in a marriage or whatever, to come and sit and talk to us and say, don't worry, all this happened. Are we dreaming? Doesn't happen. Some blessed people will get it, but mostly it doesn't happen because even that person has an ego, right? Hmm? As much as we have an ego, that person also has an ego. So we are waiting for closure. We have to be waiting. The whole point is for us to get out of this. Again, the quote is very, very clear in saying that it is us, the opinions we have about us. And what is the opinion that we have about us? We are very good. We would have made mistakes, but we are not that bad. Mhm. Isn't it? Who has thought I am really bad? Tell me. That would be a miracle. Then he'll be a realized soul. I have done blunders. I am bad. The minute we think like that, our sorrow is gone. It'll drain out. The ego is what keeps it going. That's why we're holding on to our sorrow, because we feel we need answers and we are entitled to it. That entitlement is what keeps us holding on to it. Make sense? Now, the Krishna's quotes in Bhagavad Gita, it comes to my mind when I talk about this particular quote of Amma's. It says, whatever has happened for good. Think about it. Whatever has happened for good. And you may think it is bad, but the Lord is saying, let's listen to the Lord. Whatever has happened for good. Whatever is happening for good. Right? Whatever will happen shall also happen for good. What have you lost that you cry for? What have you lost that you cry for? What did you bring that you lost? That's his next line. What did you bring that you lost? He's asking, what do you own? What did you create that was destroyed? Did you create anything? No. You came empty-handed and will go empty-handed. Whatever is yours today was somebody else's yesterday and will be somebody else's tomorrow. This kind of summarizes everything. And we understand that even the sorrow does not really belong to us, right? That we are holding like treasure doesn't belong to us. So it's about how we trick our mind. Trick your mind. So how do we get to this mode when you ask? Trick your mind every time and distract it. Every time you get this sorrow feeling, distract it, trick it. Go watch a comedy. I always tell that to a lot of devotees. Go watch comedy. Go laugh. You're tricking your mind from this sorrow. The sorrow is also an emotion. Tackle it with another emotion of laughter, joy. The mind is our enemy. The more you get drowned in sorrow, it's going to give you more content to push you into sorrow. Hmm? I hope that kind of explains the quote. Now let's listen to Urmila repeating the quote.
No one can be the cause of our sorrows and misfortune. It's mostly due to the opinions we have of ourselves.
It's about the blame game, right? He is the reason for my sorrow. That person is the reason for my sorrow. Or if I've lost something, that is the reason for my sorrow. So no one can be the cause for us all, except for ourselves. So our patience, our resilience, our detachment, our bhakti, our undoubted faith are what will keep us get out of any situations like this, misfortunes like this, sorrow. Never let it consume. So it is up to us. That is what this quote means. Madhyali Charanam, Jayanandala.